Welcome back to Australia Mania. It's only wrestling podcast called Australia Mania. I'm your host, Ricki and David. As always, joined by David Yang.
As always.
Yeah.
Where's Michael?
Where's
Michael?
He's got work.
Not fucking here.
He's got work.
No, this is work.
No.
This is work.
I know. But he's got other work. He's got his other job. He's doing that today, unfortunately. It's, it's busy time for all those involved with the AFL. He is somewhat involved with the AFL, so it's, he's got other stuff to do. But
It's good to see you show up, though.
Yeah, I barely did. I'm barely fucking alive right now.
It's the Australian culture in a nutshell.
Yeah, look,
Just get it fucking done.
I'm a bit rough. It's been a long weekend for me at work, and it's now over. I've done 6 days straight of absolute fucking bullshit. Kids, sit down for a sec. I'm going to rap with you. I'm going to turn my chair backwards.
All right, I'm turning my mic off then.
Never work in hospitality. It's just it sucks. It sucks.
Say no more.
It's a good job, but god damn it, it's fucking bullshit. I didn't get to sleep till 7 o'clock this morning. It's rough, man.
Do you want a date when we're filming this right now?
I'm just saying, just in general, the morning of this recording, I didn't get to sleep until 7, and it's now about 1 o'clock. So I've had 5 hours.
I'm shook
sleep.
by the fact that we're on the couch today. Because
Mate,
there's no intro music. The setting's not here. It's real chill.
I am enjoying the Couchcast. We haven't done one of these since about episode 70-something. And I'm very much enjoying the Couchcast. It's good. It's good.
Good moment. Well, let's jump into it.
Yeah.
Did you watch SmackDown?
I was fucking asleep, dude. What happened? Have you sussed SmackDown?
No, I was out the entire day, dude. That's what I was going.
All right, we'll discuss Raw, and then while we do that, I'll suss what happened on SmackDown because I've got no fucking idea.
Did you watch Raw?
I've watched the highlights of all the segments on YouTube, and I've read the rundown on Bleacher Report, so I feel like I've watched Raw. Got the general gist of what happened.
It's not hard to watch Raw nowadays, dude.
No.
3 hours of it, you honestly can watch Raw within the first 10 minutes.
I know, but once again...
Dean opened the show, and then that was the story.
Yeah, well, no,
That
of course, yeah.
Three separate matches for
fine.
each member of S.H.I.E.L.D. versus Dogs of War.
Yep.
Is that what they're called, Dogs of War?
I guess
Each
that's what
member of
people
Dogs
seem,
of War.
that's what people seem to be calling them, but I don't know if that's actually their name. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so see, each
Yeah.
dude had a singles match.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
always progressed the story backstage. More Dean.
And-
I could have been IC champion. I could have been Universal champion.
Blah, blah, blah,
back
blah.
and forth. And I can't even remember how they closed. They closed the show on the Bald Sean segment.
What the fuck? Why is he bald? I'm so not
Aged
happy.
really. He took bumps though. He took
He
bumps.
did.
Though.
Which,
So if that's anything
which
to go
lends
by,
credence
Yeah.
to him probably.
he's out
coming
here
back
taking
into the
bumps,
ring.
dude.
But I don't know how I feel. I didn't know how I feel about a short head Shawn Michaels returning to the ring, but now a bald Shawn Michaels.
Wasn't even a short head Shawn Michaels, dude.
Well, that's the thing because he had last time he showed up on Raw, which was 2 weeks ago. He had still his short buzz cut. Not buzz.
What's
It wasn't
he
even a
doing?
buzz cut. It was just a short.
But it's
haircut.
he's proper bald though. That's
yeah,
what
he
it
just-
is. There's one thing to be shaved.
But he wasn't balding, so this is a choice he's made to be like, no, I'm shaving my head. He has still a good head of hair going, and now
which
he's just
makes sense
nah,
because you
fuck
put
it.
him next to Triple H and it just
Well, now they look like
DX
weird
has aged 40
brothers.
years, dude.
Yeah, well,
How was that for a scene? I don't know if you watched how they ended the show, but they ended it with that the Brothers of Destruction looking back and
double choke slam.
DX in the ring. How weird is that, dude?
It is.
It's almost 10 years.
It's
we're almost
longer.
going on a decade.
Longer, but that's
No, a decade since we saw DX.
in a
proper DX
the last
scene.
version of DX,
And probably even Brothers of Destruction too around that time. They'll gimmicking around on SmackDown.
I mean, they've popped up Brothers of Destruction once or twice to do it.
but back when they were doing the gimmicks, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
2009 was when DX they were tag champions. I'm pretty sure. Then they dropped it to
But
Jericho.
I didn't even count that. I count the 2006 run. That was the last time DX. Because that 2009 run was just a fuck it nostalgia run.
Because that was the run they did it deliberately, give them the belt so that they could push Shawn to go on and face Taker. Was the point of it?
Yeah,
it was no. This whole is transitional DX period because the idea is Shawn's going to break up DX because he needs to move on and fight Taker. But that's what I'm saying. Last time we saw DX as an actual tag team full timers, 2009. We're going on 10 years, and insane to see that scene in the ring.
It's weird. In 2018, after DX first formed in 1990.
Yeah, probably even going on 20 fucking years.
7? When did DX form? Was it 2006 or 7.
Proper DX with Trips and Sean,
like the original, like Trip,
original,
Sean, and China.
X-Pac and...
Well, no, X-Pac, that came
X-Pac
later.
was after
That came
Sean.
way later. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
after, like, X-Pac and Road Dogg and Jesse and the other one, Billy Gunn. That was after Sean.
Oh, true.
Yeah, that was after Sean retired. So, yeah, whenever that was. I think it was like 96.
Let's go 97. I think it's 97.
Maybe 97, yeah. But, like, so it's been 21 years since the original formation of them, and they're back, kind of. Haven't heard the music yet. I'll say they're back when I hear the music.
I don't think you heard it at Showdown. You're going to wait till Saudi.
Dun, dun. Are you ready? Yeah. I'm just waiting for that. Then I'll pop for it. But yeah, I don't know. I hope they, like, Super Showdown is this weekend and we're going and we're so keen. It's going to be fucking awesome. I hope they keep all the entrances very, very separate because, like, the one thing I've wanted pretty much my entire life that I've been watching wrestling is to watch Undertaker's entrance live.
Oh, I'm...
And if they ruin it by having Kane come out with Undertaker, I will fucking flip my shit.
Let Kane come out first.
Yep.
All right, so I reckon Sean comes out first, then Trips, then
Trips.
Kane, and then you got 5 to 10 minutes of Taker walking down the... Have you seen the way they're setting up the G? So they've been in the process of setting up now, and they've done overhead shots and all that kind of stuff.
Ooh.
Obviously, ring right in the middle.
Well, yeah, duh.
Right, obviously right in the middle, yeah. But the G is a fucking ground.
It is a big fucking ground, yeah.
So they've done, like, a couple of days ago, they did an over-the-head shot.
Right.
And that was just setting up how they were, like, tearing up the tarmac and putting down the floorboards and all that kind of stuff.
Tarmac?
What did I say? Tarmac? I don't mean
Turf.
tarmac. I meant ground.
Yeah. Well, they're not tearing up. They're just putting stuff over the top
putting
of the
stuff
grass.
over it, right?
Yeah.
And they've started to outline where they think the stage is going to be.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Even then, the stage is huge.
Oh,
right?
it will
and
be.
It's just the flooring of the stage they've done. And it's going to have a bit of a ramp.
Well, yeah, you'd hope
But
so.
fuck, dude, the ramp is
Really long?
potentially... What was... Not the one that just passed. What was the long one? Allstate Arena, wasn't it?
No. It was when they were...
Insane
No,
ramp.
Florida. The really high one in
Not
Florida.
high. This one isn't going to be particularly high, I think.
Are you not thinking that one? Must be.
No, I'm thinking lengthwise, not height-wise.
Okay,
I'm thinking lengthwise.
AT&T was fucking huge. Like, long. Like, it was really long. Because AT&T is massive.
That's what I meant. AT&T.
But the one that always gets me is Florida.
Have we discussed... Is AT&T bigger than the MCG?
Capacity-wise, yes.
Yeah.
But it's very tall.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking tall. Like, I think it's a bit higher than the G. Like, the very top seating, it would be higher than what the top seating is at the G. But because it's still that really small 100-yard ground, it's just for for American football, it's a weird dimension to sort of look at it because it's very long, but very tall. Whereas the MCG
the G is
just
built for the oval.
Yeah, well, it's circular, essentially, or nearly circular, vaguely circular. But yeah, it's very.
The building
circular.
itself might be circular, but the ground itself is oval. The inner structure's oval, isn't it?
Roughly, yes.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a perfect circle. But anyway, so with like football stadiums, they're always very long because the top end of a American football game is short, and then it's just 100 yards long. So all grounds are built with that real sort of like old school Olympic style.
Yeah, no.
Shape. So
that's what I'm saying. If the ring's right, like obviously, if something like the AT&T huge ramp, but they're doing the exact. That's what the over the head shot was showing, was that they have the outline for where they've got. Yeah. Right up against the stand is the entrance. Right, guys come out of that,
as always.
And then there's the stage, and then there's ramp. Right.
Yeah.
And the ramp is sizable, dude.
No, it will be because
sizable.
Well, so think about. To get from where they would set up the stage at an American football stadium would be the same thing. You'd set it up backing onto the stands at one end with Gorilla there and the start of the stage. To get to the ring is usually built on the 50-yard line, which is the center of a ground, an American football ground.
Yeah.
This is going to be built on the center square of an AFL football ground. The amount of distance from the center square to like where the edge of the crowd or the edge of the stadium would be where the crowd sits is a lot longer than 50 yards. It's about 75 meters. So that ramp is going to be fucking huge. Like the whole set is going to be massive. And they've never, like, I know they did They did Etihad Arena, which is pretty fucking big, but it's not the G. The G is a...
When did they do Etihad?
Etihad was global warming.
Oh, fuck, true.
But when it was like Colonial Stadium or Telstra Dome or some shit.
Then where did
Only
they,
Australian people are going to understand any of this.
Oh, that's
And
our
it's
demographic.
And it's now called Marvel Stadium, by the way. Just so
Where did
you
they,
know.
Did you go to NXT when they came? About 2 years ago.
No, I went to WWE that year, but I didn't go to the NXT show.
Where'd the host? Where's the house though?
So
they don't do them at Etihad, do they?
WWE is at Rod Laver.
And that's what they did at Etihad
which
as
holds
well.
15,000.
Yeah, that's what they did at Etihad as well then.
But no, NXT was at Margaret Court, which is even smaller.
Oh, what did I say? I said Etihad.
You said
fuck me.
Margaret Court is 10,000 seats.
Yeah.
But usually, like the WWE Live, like the house shows they do, is at Rod Laver, which is 15,000. But it usually feels okay. Here we go.
Yeah. So I pulled it up.
We should probably like.
I was going to say like I'll take a cheeky screening.
Take a cheeky screening, and we'll chuck it
we'll
up.
Toss
on
it up
on the Insta. But that is.
So that's the ground there, right? And they're assuming the stage is going to take form like here, maybe.
Okay.
Because you can see like maybe that's where they're going to start.
Well, that's the.
That was a couple of days ago.
Oh wait, hang on. That looks. Why is it tilted?
No. So the ring is going to be like that. Right?
Yeah, but it's not center to the actual ring.
True.
Like to the actual the dimensions of the football ground.
Fuck though, those floor seats are going to be insane.
They are.
You are not going to see shit.
Yeah, the way the G and especially
I reckon they'll do floor seats. They'll cut them off. They'll cut them off like.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
no, you can't.
Cut them off
you
like
can't
right
have
there.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, no, that makes sense because
because they're not going to have floor seats going all the way to the stand.
No, because there's no way you can do that. But like the way the G's set up, and most football grounds are, there is a slight hump in the middle.
Yeah.
So like it does curve. All football grounds do, because all football grounds are based off cricket grounds, and all cricket grounds have like a curvature to them. They're not just flat. They're higher in the middle, lower on the side. So it's gonna be fucking weird to sit on the outer rim. It's just gonna be a weird setup, but I can't wait to see what they do with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be fucking weird.
So yeah, showdown this weekend.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Card's been official.
Yeah.
Yeah, after SmackDown today, the card's official, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So no Finn.
No Finn, no Bailey, no Sasha. Let's load up the card. Well, we're going to do a prediction. We'll do a prediction video.
Yeah,
but
prediction
we'll discuss
video.
what we're about to see.
Prediction video will be up on Friday, hopefully 9 a.m. our time here in Melbourne. So whatever that is for you, wherever you are in the world. But yeah, it's an interesting. I think they must be still doing house shows in the States, and they must need talent for those house shows.
Dude, you wouldn't be running them adjacent to the fucking pay-per-view, though.
Dude, they run house shows adjacent to Raw. Like SmackDown does a house show on a Monday at the same time Raw's on. So they're not adverse to running two shows at the same time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So obviously they're keeping a fair few people back in the States because paying for all the airline tickets to get them out here, and then just time restraints. Like it is a pretty stacked card. What do we got? Like,
well, you say stacked, but at the same
I'm
time,
saying like with like the amount of matches we have.
Low key, it's kind of stacked, but it's stacked in the weird way that you wouldn't think it to be like a story progression stacked.
Well, it's
stacked on talent.
There's about 3 matches that have any sort of
there's about 3 matches that have any kind of ramification to them whatsoever.
Yeah, potential
right?
story ramifications. The rest of them are just like, hey, it's a house show, but it's in front of potentially 80,000 people. Which
So what we got?
It's so hard to.
We got hometown hero versus Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, boy.
Is he from Melbourne? Is he a Melbourne boy?
He's a Melbourne boy. He's a Melbourne boy. So the girls, the Iconics, they're from Sydney.
Yeah. So they'll get booed out of the building.
No, they're still going to get fucking cheered.
Yeah, you'll get fucking pops.
Even though we hate you, Sydney. But yeah, no, Buddy Murphy's a Melbourne boy, which is good. Good man. So was Emma, I think. Emma was a Melbourne girl.
She was, yeah. So what, we got... All right, because I've just loaded up the card now. Top to bottom. This is what I'm assuming top to bottom to be.
All right, let's do it. Let's run.
So you're going to main event it with Taker Trips.
That would be the assumption, yes.
Because you're not going to main event it with the
that.
fucking Shield versus the Dogs of War.
Well, I think it's either going to be Shield Dogs of War, Triple H Taker, or the WWE Championship match.
I don't even think they'll put that in the main event. I don't think that's worthy of the main event.
I'm just saying. I don't know. Is
we got to be going on a good year since the WWE champion has main evented a pay-per-view.
I know, and I think it's about time we ran.
Oh, they're not going to get it.
We changed,
especially if Taker and Triple H is on the card.
Well, yeah, like is that
at this point? This side here
is that going to be the
Taker
match?
Trips is going to be main event, and then it's going to be followed by Shield, Dogs of War, and then the WWE Championship. Let that go to show something.
I guess so. I just, who fucking knows? Really, they could have the matches set up in a way that's going to have us go home as happy as possible. Are we going to be as happy as possible after we see two 50-year-old men kind of flop around the ring for a little bit? I don't know.
I reckon they can go. Trips obviously still can.
Yes.
Trips is insane, dude.
Yes.
Trips is insane.
But
He's
Taker,
still insanely clean.
Taker is a broken man.
And yeah, you obviously you watch the highlights from Raw. Dude does not look to be in
hasn't
proper
looked
fit.
Hasn't looked good since 30.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So
you're right.
Which
hurts because you've
yeah.
grown up with the man, right? And it's like you're seeing him.
Well,
and
like when I first really got into wrestling was the very, very start of his golden run.
Who the fuck are we to complain? We're about to go see the fucking Undertaker this weekend.
Taker, I feel now is it's 70% entrance, 30% in ring.
Yeah,
you just want to see that the gong.
Well, so hold on.
How
long do you think that match will go for then?
I reckon.
Honestly, I'm going to give it about 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say 15 because you are going to get into of course you're going to get interference with Kane and Shawn Michaels, because why the fuck else would they be there? So I'm talking I reckon 15 minutes bell to bell, but the whole thing entrances because Triple H is going to go fucking all out because that's what he does.
Oh, fucking hype!
It's going to be a good half hour.
Yeah,
just entrances, preamble, match, and then fallout from post bell. Whatever the bell rings on, whether we get DQ, whether we get finish, whatever. There's going to be something happening after the bell to set up crown jewel.
Jewel.
So
I reckon Triple H could go for another world title run too.
I mean, he did a couple of years ago.
Oh no, but I still think he can.
No,
the man holds up.
I think
man is fine wine, bro. Man is fine wine.
That match against John Cena at Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
that was great. But it was those two guys just putting on a really, really good house show match, because it had the test of strength, and it had all of their signature spots and moves just mapped out in a really, really good creative way, because these guys have worked together so often that they know each other so goddamn well, and it was so good. So if Trips can carry Taker to something passable, make his offense look good, probably take a tombstone and take the 1, 2, 3, then I'll be happy. I'll go home. The whole crowd will go home happy.
Is this going to be the end of Shield versus Dogs of War? Please let that be the end of the story.
Well, no, because we've got...
I know we've got Roman and Braun going on further, but let it be done for the others.
Well, I think that depends on the end of the match. If there is the heel turn here in Australia, which I doubt, then this doesn't finish. If there is no heel turn and they win clean, then maybe it's it, but I just don't see what there is for Seth and Dean to do while Roman is dealing with Braun up until the golden crown jewel. That isn't sort of a backward step for those two guys, because right now the whole main event scene is these six guys. Fair enough. But it does unfortunately also take up the Intercontinental division and the tag division.
Yeah, we've shot on this so many times,
which kind of sucks. But I don't see any other natural feuds for these guys unless we have something set up that's outside of these six people at Super Showdown or on Raw a couple of nights later. I just feel like this is going to keep going probably until Survivor Series, where we're going to get some sort of Dogs of War +2 versus Shield +2 kind of match.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Probably gonna be Dogs of War with Baron Corbin and someone.
Kevin Owens. Give him something.
Kevin Owens, yeah, and then Shield with Finn and Bobby Lashley. Oh God, it's terrible. But that's all we've got. God damn it! Yeah, I don't know. It's
You know what I'm low-key hyped for? I'm just reading the card again.
Yeah, what do you like?
I'm actually low-key hyped for Cena Lashley.
I'm as well.
Versus Owens
Dude.
and Elias.
Oh my god.
Good, perfect segue.
I sent you the photo last night. Mans is jacked. Mans is ridiculous right now.
Oh no, I'm well versed on current updates. I don't know if you suss his stuff like that gets posted, but he posts shit on Weibo and like WeChat.
Yeah.
Like he talks like fluent Chinese.
Yeah.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Well, did you see
his Chinese is better than my Chinese.
Did you? And you are Chinese. Did you check out him doing like the street food thing in wherever the fuck he is? Where is he?
He's in
But like, what province is he in? He's in like he's in the fucking desert somewhere or some shit. Apparently.
Oh, fuck if I know, bro. I've only been in China a couple of times.
But you're from there.
I'm hyped to see him bring out the fucking 6 move.
Oh god damn it!
I really hope he finishes the match.
We've talked about this, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's
I hope he finishes the match with the 6 move.
Absolute shot. But no, I dig it because it's a fucking troll. It's like, I'm going to do a spinning back fist and call it. What he powers up beforehand, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He does like the full Dragon Ball Z, just like
Thunder Punch, bro.
And bang. I would love to see Elias just fucking bump for that shit. Oh, actually, can we talk about Elias? Let's go to Raw.
Yeah, that's what this was in my head as the segue.
Let's go to Raw.
Straight up,
me.
the most heat I've heard since Roman post-Mania. Honestly, maybe even hotter.
Oh my god, it was amazing.
It was so simple. It's so old school heel booking too.
Oh, it is.
It's just you work the hometown.
Perfect.
Do you reckon they knew that was going to be the response? Because I don't even think they knew that was going to be the response.
Because they had to.
Seattle took over that,
They had
dude.
to, like,
because it's such an easy line. Don't pretend like they've never heard it before.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
but like, for some reason, it just struck a chord. I mean, the season is what 2-3 weeks away.
Yeah.
So everyone's
especially now too, where it's
about
like
it.
Seattle's like they're really pushing for an expansion.
Yeah, and it struck a nerve at the right time. It really did.
They drowned them. I don't know if the clip you watched from YouTube was the entire thing.
It was the entire thing. They didn't. Like usually the YouTube clips are heavily edited. This one wasn't. It was just like, nah, fuck it, put the whole thing up. And it was even titled like Elias and Kevin Owens get drowned out by booze. Didn't even like talk about what they said.
How long did it go for?
About 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, around about 7 minutes of absolute drown.
Yeah. And it was, but like, obviously they didn't think it was going to be that bad because they had to keep pushing through with their promo.
Yeah.
And it was so awkward, like, listening to them try to push through and try to get other heel boo.
Oh, you didn't need to. Honestly, that's where like veteran talent comes in. And Elias has a bit of veteranness into him. Like, I don't know if you heard, like, later on when Leo came out, Leo is still very, very fresh.
Yeah,
obviously, I don't think they gave him much direction backstage in Gorilla being before he came out.
I think they were just
he
like,
came
what
out
the
and
fuck
just
is going
stuck
on?
to script.
Yeah.
And I think that was wrong. If you got a hot crowd like that, you improvise.
You got to do something.
Fuck the script.
Got to do something.
Fuck the script. You got to like get them on your side now. Because Elias is out here and he's veteran as fuck. Because when Leo was talking, Elias, when they were still booing, he's just like, "Oh, get over it." Get like engaging with the crowd off script, obviously.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, but I think the best thing about that was just that little sly look he had. When
Yeah, exactly. The cheeky eye, like,
He's
to,
like,
to Kevin, like,
is this gonna strike a nerve? And it fucking did. God damn, that was one of the best segments of the year, I think, for Raw. It just it hit the right note at the right time and it got the right reaction.
Dude, that's the hottest heat.
For once, we've got a proper heel getting because okay, Elias is gonna come out on Saturday night.
He'll get a pop.
He's gonna get a pop.
He's gonna get a pop,
and then he's gonna talk down Melbourne, but he's still gonna get a pop.
Yeah,
that was like you said, it was proper heel booking, done well, got the right reaction.
But it's old school. This is what Vince always stresses. It's just like the old school stuff still works.
It does,
right?
But
especially
for some reason, they never
simple.
fucking bring it out that often anymore.
I'm pretty sure Rock was the last person. Maybe even Jericho was like the last two who have like just stuck to like, all right, let's do it old school. Just piss off the hometown crowd. Right, like obviously, like Elias is a bit of a different case. He'll get out because of the way the new fans work. Right, he'll come out and he'll get a pop because you know we're just keen to see Elias.
But
like the
crowd will still boo.
But you'll boo him because
once he runs down everything in the lead up to the town rundown, he'll get cheered.
Yeah,
and then
that's why it's so old school.
He'll get a bit of a pop, like a bit of a boo after he runs down the town. But by the end of the segment, they're still cheering for him again because he's so goddamn fucking talented. But this was done right. This was done just perfectly. It hit the right spot at the right time, and fuck, it's something. When you can like just sit back and just appreciate how good that is and how well they did that.
Dude, even commentary knew. They chimed in like once or twice, but for the most part it was just like shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
and shut the fuck up.
I'm happy for any time Michael Cole wants to shut the fuck up. It's good.
You hear Renee got fucking shat on apparently. By the fans. Not by anyone backstage, but by the fans. Because she mentions like, oh, you know, the Detlef Shrimp is gonna be pretty pissed off about this. And fans were just like, bro, you don't pretend like you know who Detlef is, all right? You're not a real fan, all right? You're just the person who calls commentary on wrestling. And then Renee just comes out and just fucking slams them. And it's just like, excuse me, I've called all sports before this. Like, I know basketball. Don't fuck with me. I'm like, oh, good fucking moment, Renee. Good fucking moment.
She's so great. I love her.
You don't have to be a 50-year veteran in knowing the ins and outs of basketball to fucking know, one, the Supersonics, and two, Detlef Shrimp. Marks.
You done now?
Fucking Marks. He was on Parks and Rec.
All right. I haven't really watched Parks and Rec. I should watch it.
It's all right.
Is it good?
It's all right. No, it depends. Depends.
Yeah.
Do you fuck with Office?
Yeah. Not really. I've watched the UK.
Oh, if you don't even...
I've watched...
You just don't like sitcoms, dude.
I do.
No, you don't.
Dude.
No.
Dude. Fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine's like my favourite thing in the world right now. Has been for the past year and a bit.
Is that the greatest sitcom of all time?
It's not the greatest, but it's one of the most watchable.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's nothing you can binge watch more. That I think The Office is binge watch. No, The Office isn't at the same time. The Office is obviously something that has. What? We're a wrestling podcast.
Yeah, who cares?
What are we doing?
It's Couchcast, baby. It's a bit more relaxed. I've watched the UK Office though, but I fucking love that. But like the American one is just like there's so much. There's so much of it.
Yeah, but you know, have you done like the media study of like UK television versus American television? And it's just like American television will shove it down your throat. Like if you get 9 seasons of this, whereas UK like they tell a condensed story in like a season. And
22 episodes, and UK TV can get it through in like fucking 8 good episodes.
Yeah,
in one season. It's fucking amazing. Yeah, I know. There's always a difference there. But why the fuck do I? Sorry, I've got stuff stuck in my beard and it's going into my mouth. Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, we both didn't see SmackDown this week, so we're really not.
No,
I was
gonna look it up, but look, life gets in the way, mate. That's just the way things go. We're still pumping out an episode. So if this was us, you know, fucking 6 months ago, we would have just been like, nah, fuck the episode this week. But no, we're powering through. We're getting it done. All right, where's Bleacher Report? There it is. All right, let's have a look at what happened on SmackDown, because we are slack wrestling podcasters. And we're really bad at this.
People obviously don't listen to us for the scoop.
Oh, he never returned.
Yeah, he did. Fucking
Dragon Gate.
Dragon Gate.
He's back as Pac.
Yeah.
Oh, so keen.
Interesting Dragon Gate though. Dragon Gate.
That's where he came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was originally with Dragon, or not originally, but like it's one of the major promotions he wrestled for before he got drafted to WWE.
Oh, okay.
Won most of their titles before he came across. Did some. Everyone was thinking, obviously, New Japan.
I was going to say, like, they're the third biggest in Japan, aren't they?
New Japan.
There's New Japan, and then there's Noah.
Pro Wrestling Noah, then.
And then probably even Dragon Gate.
It's either Dragon Gate or DDT Pro.
Oh, see, fuck DDT Pro. It's got to be DDT then.
But DDT Pro is such a different audience. It's so weird.
I'm not well versed in the Japanese scene like you are. Do they like travel around in terms of like if you're signed with New Japan, you can't wrestle for Noah, you can't wrestle for DDT, and you can't wrestle for Dragon Gate.
There is crossover.
Yeah.
But there also is exclusive contracts for some. So. Especially with New Japan.
So someone like Tanahashi isn't going to go over there and do like New Japan guy.
But
if you're like a young blood or you're like a new dude.
I feel like, obviously, if the young boys, if they want to do excursion within Japan, they can go to one of those promotions, I don't think without any issue. Yeah. Obviously, like New Japan likes their excursions to be international because it gives them a broader sense of what pro wrestling is.
Yeah.
But I know that some of them have done stints in like, and some of them before they were young boys with the New Japan dojo would have done work with either like DDT, Dragon Gate, All Japan Pro Wrestling, any of the Japanese promotions. It's the same as working PWG before you get picked up for NXT.
Yeah,
same sort of deal. But Kota Ibushi, probably the best example. Kota Ibushi not started out, but like his sort of formative was with Kenny. Originally did the Golden Lovers gimmick with, I believe, DDT Pro.
Yeah.
And then he wanted to continue to wrestle not only within Japan in different promotions, but outside of Japan in general. That is why, for the longest time, he was doing the, I believe, Tiger Mask W gimmick in New Japan, so that he didn't have to show his face, and then he could wrestle outside of New Japan Pro Wrestling as Kota Ibushi. So he was, so like they're not as, so you're not going to have someone like Seth Rollins or no, even like, okay, Daniel Bryan, a good example. It's the same as like saying Daniel Bryan wrestles as Daniel Bryan within WWE, but then he can leave and go and wrestle as American Dragon elsewhere. That's the kind of contracts they can have. Certain people can in Japan. So they are a bit more lenient. So
I've always been curious on that, because you sign someone to their alias, obviously. Oh, well, to a certain degree, you sign them obviously to their real name. But if like, let's use Sami Zayn, right? Someone who wrestles as Sami Zayn and is El Generico masked.
Yes.
If he were to be like, all right, I'll go part-time WWE, right? So with all my spare time, I want to wrestle here, and specifically as El Generico.
Yep.
Right? But it has to be under a mask. People will know,
Yeah.
but to a very different gimmick.
But it's WWE have the Sami Zayn copyright.
Yeah, so I just use nothing of him.
And
so let's just be like, as tight as they want to be like, all right, can't use the same moves, can't use the same finisher. No gimmicks on the mic in terms of like, how you would normally talk, but you can go ahead and be El Generico, just very, very different.
It is such a weird thing, and I don't know if we've really got into this before, but talking about the Colt Cabana Punk podcast.
Yeah.
When Punk brought up the fact that, I'm still an independent contractor, all of us are still independent contractors. That is such a weird thing to actually like reveal to the public and be like, these guys sign an exclusive deal to WWE. You can't wrestle anywhere else unless given the green light to go ahead. And we've seen a bit of that with Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream going to Evolve and Progress and various other promotions, but with obviously WWE's blessing.
Yeah.
The fact that they're still called independent contractors, I believe to this day, I haven't changed it, is a really strange kind of thing.
Oh, they do it, obviously. I'm not very well versed in the American, legalities of things.
Yeah.
But if we were doing it here, you do it in the sense of like, they're not employees, right? So you don't have to pay them all that kind of extra shit. If they're independent contractors, that means you don't have to cover their travel. You don't have to cover this, and this. You can add it as incentives. Granted, you pay them a bit more in kind of the long run, but it's about like, okay, there's none of those extra benefits. So I don't even think they have unions. They don't have unions.
No, they're not allowed to unionize.
Yeah, they're not allowed to unionize. They don't get like company health benefits.
It's crazy because the people sitting in the fucking
because they
offices
talk about
in
it.
Connecticut,
Yeah, they get it because they're employees.
they get health insurance, but like the guys out there bumping every fucking night don't.
But they get paid, though. That's what I'm saying.
I know they get paid.
They get paid.
But still, like it's a really.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's a really weird line.
That's why. That's the incentive of signing that contract.
It is a very old school mentality.
It is, but I still respect it in terms of like as a business. If I'm Vince, I'm sitting there going, "All right, how can I maximize my money here?" Right? It's like, all right, maybe give him $100,000 more.
Do you think that'll change once he leaves?
You reckon Trips? No, Trips is. I think still because it's still a good business decision.
It is, but I think in this day and age,
and you got 120 dudes on the main roster, like they're not complaining about it really.
Well, I don't think they're allowed to complain about it because the minute you complain about it, you get buried.
Yeah.
So that's probably why.
But it's just the nature of the industry.
I know it's the nature of the industry, but sometimes shit's got to change.
I think that's just one aspect that doesn't have to.
Because
if you're treated as employees, it's a bit weird.
I think this starts to fall in line, especially the lack of health insurance. It starts to fall in line with the concussion protocol we're seeing in other sports. And
are UFC fighters employees of the UFC?
I have no idea.
I don't think they are either. I think they're once again independent contractors. Even if that, they're just fighters.
I would have to look into that because I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
but that once again is you are a fighter. UFC happens to be a promotion. You fight for that promotion.
Yeah,
but that is legitimate combat. It isn't.
But okay, I know what you're saying. Okay, but
I know WWE and they still like to keep up the veil of kayfabe and treat this as a combat thing, even though they've been slowly sort of revealing that veil bit by bit in the last sort of 20 years. But at some point, And even the disclaimer at the start of every WWE show, it's like, these people are performers. It does not represent, or their views do not represent that of the company or themselves. It's like, well, that is something you would have at the start of a play, or, you know, we're getting into that territory of where this is a performance. These are performance artists who happen to do a very, very physical job and are very, very good at it. But at the end of the day, like, they should be a part of fucking SAG or some shit, like Screen Actors Guild. Like, that's sort of more the union that they would be a part of rather than like a workers' union.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
these guys go out there
Do
every
the
night.
UFC have a union? Like, this is like.
Well,
I think it's fair to make
I don't know.
comparisons to something like that.
It is in some ways a fair comparison because of the structure of both companies and how they are very similar. You sign a certain contract for a certain amount of years, you fulfill that contract or amount of fights, and then you get to either sign another contract or you move on. And obviously with UFC and MMA at large as well, there is other smaller promotions you can go to outside of UFC. But I don't know. It's still. Okay, do you reckon Triple H gets health insurance?
He's CIO. He's an employee at this point.
Yeah, so he does.
Yeah,
but the other guys out there,
I don't think so. But like, you're not really pissed off about it because you make so much more than an employee would anyway. That you signing up for your own health insurance.
I don't know.
Beyond you.
I'm pretty sure that everyone else, sorry, not everyone else, but like someone like Kevin Dunn gets health insurance and a lot more money than anyone else in that company.
Yeah, but then you're talking about really upper management there.
Yeah, I know.
All right, you want to talk about, look, if we had to level the playing field and go middle card wrestler versus a middle card employee in WWE.
Okay, yeah, you're probably
do we want to say Kathy Kelly maybe might be middle card employee?
No, she's on-screen talent though.
She's very much an employee.
But I don't know. I don't know if she has another job within the company outside of her on-screen duties. Do you think she would?
No, I think she works in the back end of like. See, that's where even WWE is becoming more interesting.
Social media and stuff.
They've moved into becoming a journalistic platform as well.
I guess so.
So they're adopting more and more multimedia practices. They still become employees because you have editors, you have all those kind of stuff. So I imagine she would edit some of her content. She is a journalist by trade, right? So a lot of
is she really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of those practices would still be utilized. She'd write pieces, maybe. She'd help edit footage, all that. So it makes her an employee in that regard.
Probably runs
maybe
like
chuck on a bit more money because she's on screen.
Yeah, I guess so. It's such a fascinating like thing to really delve into. And we maybe should one day like really try to like do as much research as we can.
Oh, so they hold tight on their fucking.
I know,
contract
like
details.
it'd be so hard, but like, I'm sure if we can get bloody dirt sheets on like match cards for pay-per-views and shit hours before they go to air, I'm sure we can figure out some shit that goes on behind the scenes. All right. Let's break down SmackDown. Let's have a look what happened. All right, SmackDown started off with Paige. Paige here. I've been seeing so many fucking memes with that at the moment. Do you remember that?
The Paige here, man.
The Paige here
I
meme.
fuck with it.
Dude, it's so good. Anyway, Paige started. It was just AJ, Joe trying to pump up their match from last week. Oh, sorry, from this week. Yep, that looks like fun. Styles threatened to leave Joe in Australia. Cool. Had R-Truth and Carmella versus Cien Almas and Zelina Vega. Carmella and Truth won. What?
I think that's the end of their gimmick. Once you feed them now to Vega and Almas like that.
Pardon
they're
me?
done.
Well, this is all for fucking the mixed match challenge bullshit.
They
no!
didn't win last week.
Oh, we need to. Oh no! We missed a New Day cooking segment. Oh no!
This is what we get when we run on a fucking schedule.
Oh, the head chef Bootyworth. That's amazing. And the bar interrupted. God damn it! Why? Why do that?
Standard. Apparently, Shelton Benjamin versus Daniel Bryan, an absolute thriller.
Oh wow! Fucking Bleacher Report gave it an F.
What, the cooking segment?
Yeah, that sucks.
Insulting.
Ty Dillon's a Randy Orton. No contest. Cool. Moving on. One night in Milwaukee. What happened?
Bit of strife about that too. Apparently, a couple of marks on the internet, classic marks on the internet, have come out and been like, "Oh, well, you're going to stiff China for one night in China, but you're out here parodying in that, like it ain't a thing."
Okay then. Yeah, look. WWE is its own worst enemy sometimes. Shortest memory span of anything ever, and they just whatever. Here we go.
This is the greatest podcast to have ever existed.
Mate, it's fucking brilliant. Yeah, fucking Shelton Benjamin and Daniel Bryan had a fucking absolute pearl. Shelton Benjamin won.
Yeah, in a thriller. What did they give it?
A.
Yeah, good moment.
Wow. What? But why? Apparently Miz did Miz interfere?
It's the go home.
Okay, he did. He provided a distraction, but he didn't like.
It's the go home show, bro. Daniel Bryan goes over on the pay-per-view.
Dude, I have no idea what to do with predictions.
Dude, neither do I.
And
I want to retain my title too.
Well,
so it's like I'm really gonna try.
Are we revealing that at some point? Like properly?
I thought we were gonna do it tomorrow.
Oh, we'll do it tomorrow. Stay tuned. Watch prediction video. It's gonna be something special.
That's if anyone's watching this podcast.
I don't know, man.
It's just all over the place.
Look,
right now.
It's just
we need more structure.
No, fuck structure. It's a podcast. Who gives a fuck? Just this. That hopefully you're listening to it like we are. Like just chilling out on the couch, just sitting back, relaxing, enjoying your whatever day it is, whatever time of day it is. Just relaxing, just chilling out, taking a moment for yourself, and enjoying life. That's what I'm doing right now. Also, I'm staring down the barrel of Staff Party in 3 hours, and I cannot fucking wait for that. What else we got? Oscar versus Peyton Royce. Oscar won. Okay, that's cool.
Just means the Iconics go over this weekend.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want Oscar to take another loss because she needs.
Both Aussie talents are not winning. All right, so only one of them goes. So if earlier in the night we see the Iconics win, then Buddy taking the L.
Don't know. All right, here we go. What the hell does this mean? Okay, so Becky Lynch had a Super Showdown surprise. I can't see here. She has... Okay.
Oh, she revealed the poster. She revealed her own poster.
She has her own poster?
Yeah, she made the poster. Because she wasn't on the poster. That was a big thing on social media. She's crying about it. Oh, I'm not on the fucking promotional content. Oh, you wonder why.
Well, fucking... Rusev's on the poster and he's not coming out. Bray Wyatt's on the poster and he's not coming out. What the fuck?
Oh, they actually not. Oh my god, fucking
dude!
true.
If you look at find the Super Showdown poster. There is fucking so many people on it that aren't. Randy Orton isn't coming out. That's some bullshit. Jeff Hardy's not coming out. Man. Super Showdown. Here we go. Where's the fucking images? There it is. Right. Who is on this card that ain't coming out? Nia Jax on the card, not coming out. Alexa Bliss on the poster, not coming out. Bray Wyatt on the poster, not coming out. Carmella on the poster, not coming out. Bobby Roode on the poster, not coming out. Sasha Banks on the poster, not coming out. Finn Balor.
Well, that's a fucking shame.
Finn Balor on the poster, not coming out. Randy Orton on the poster, not coming out. Bottom half of the poster, pretty good. But yeah. Why have all those people on the poster if they're not going to be here? That's just stupid. Fuck you. Why? I just want to see Shinsuke. I just want to see his pretty face.
I'm okay with Shinsuke not coming out. I saw him at NXT.
No, he did too. Fuck you then.
Saw him at NXT and that fucking cage match was dope.
Yeah, it would have been. But I just want to see Shinsuke. I want to see Finn. Oh man,
that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
and that's
I've done the Finn entrance because he was a surprise for one of the WWE house shows I went to.
Come on,
it was him v Neville in a surprise match. It was so fucking good.
Was before call up? Would have been before.
Yeah,
call up.
No, this was both when they were still in NXT. It was when Neville still had the fucking belt.
Oh fuck! You was throwing it back
way back. This was like when Finn first arrived.
Yeah, it would have been like Finn's first Neville, 2 months.
It would have been either 2014 or 15 when they came out. Me and Michael went, and it's fucking awesome. But yeah, just all of a sudden, like fucking Finn's music hits, comes out, Neville comes out, and they put on an absolute fucking banger of a match. It's probably the best match on the card, and it wasn't even announced. It's fucking awesome.
I'm really annoyed with the way they're booking Finn.
Okay, let's fix Finn Balor. To finish off the podcast, let's fix Finn Balor. What do you do? What? Do you have a fix? Do you have like a
I got so many.
Do you have like a?
I got so many.
All right, book.
Wait, what do you mean?
Okay,
Well,
book.
Depends what you want me to book. I want him to be world champion, in my fucking opinion.
All right.
He deserves to be world champion, in my opinion.
I want you to book from now till WrestleMania. Where he
Now to
wins the belt.
WrestleMania?
Now from WrestleMania, you only got what? That's
All right. So I think for
5 months?
starters.
Yep.
So obviously he's doing the mixed match stuff. Let him finish that. All right. So he does it. I know.
Yep.
I'll let you get. You make the announcement for Survivor Series.
Yep.
Right. And you go, all right, we're going to do Shield v
Dogs of War.
V Dogs of War. Right. Dogs of War announced their cast. It's whatever. And then she'll go, all right, we need 2 more boys.
Yep.
Maybe Lashley. And then Finn's the last one they announce.
Yep.
Right.
All
right. Finn and Dean, last 2 standing.
Okay.
In the win over Dogs of War.
Okay.
Finn has to be last one standing. But not in Demon Gimmick.
Well, no.
Not in Demon Gimmick.
Of course not.
All right. So he gets that and he gets that rub.
Yep.
Right. We're talking late November at that point, and then I think we move into a storyline. Oh, so this is difficult because you're looking at the fucking world title scene on Raw, and I think it's just as bad as it was when Lesnar was doing it, right? Because it's tied up in the fact that not only is Roman feuding with Braun Strowman, but then he has like an infinity feud with like anyone in the Shield, like especially if they go on a heel turn with someone. Doesn't matter if it's Dean, doesn't matter if it's Seth. He feuds with them afterwards.
Yep.
So then you're looking at it, you're going, all right, if you want to book a Finn Balor title run, especially world title run, throw in the SmackDown. Actually, you know what? No, hold on. Scrap all of that. Baron Corbin's last act of GM is to trade Finn Balor to SmackDown.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
It's good. Yep. Keep going.
Have him beat Shinsuke for the US title opening day. Give him a belt.
All right.
A belt.
All right.
I don't care at this point. I'm the biggest Finn mark you'll ever meet in your entire life. I swear to God. All right. And trust me, I want him to be world champion.
All right.
But at this point in time, I just want him to have something.
Okay.
I just want him to have something. Baron Corbin, Kurt Angle comes back, says, "Fuck you, I'm done." Baron Corbin's like, "No, fuck off! Before you jump the gun, I have one last thing to do. Finn Balor, you're going to SmackDown."
Okay.
Just out of nowhere like that. Just out of nowhere, shocks the world. Finn, you're going to SmackDown. I don't care who I get in return. Right? I don't care who I get in return. Finn, you're going to SmackDown. Pop, I can't believe it. And then Finn shows up. Opening night, Shinsuke has US Open Challenge or some shit. Boom, takes the belt, runs the strap up until fucking Mania. Don't care who he drops it to. Then after that, run a gimmick with Daniel Bryan. Face versus face.
Okay. It's not bad. I like it. It's good. I'm going to keep Finn on Raw.
I want to as well. But I'm just trying to think of best case scenario in the long run. I think he has more of a chance on SmackDown, especially with the WWE title being there. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if the dickhead currently holding it has it still, or if Joe has it, or if anyone else has it. It's still the WWE title, right?
It's the legacy belt.
Right, it's the legacy belt.
Still the legacy belt. That's fair enough. All right, strap yourself in. You're in for a fucking treat. Okie dokie. Finn. I'm gonna start off the same way. We get to Survivor Series. It's Shield v Dogs of War. Shield plus Finn plus why not Bobby Lashley? I'm gonna have Bobby Lashley get eliminated first because fuck that guy. Against Dogs of War and fucking Baron Corbin and Elias. Why not? Or Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens. Fuck, Elias can have a singles match on Survivor Series for all I care. But Sole Survivor is Finn for the Shield team. And you can start to like bit of dissension, maybe a shitty tag or something fucks up one of the Shield guys, causing him to get eliminated. You can start to feel a bit of the dissension amongst the three of them. But Finn overcomes all of that and becomes the sole survivor. Then we move on to Royal Rumble. I don't know what happens at TLC. Probably a ladder match of some sort. Rumble comes around. Finn, number 2. Finn enters at number 2. The other
Trust me, if this ends with Finn winning the Rumble, I want it to happen as well.
No, we'll see. I'm making this up as I go along. We'll see how I feel when I get to the end of this. We have the 2 other Shield members that aren't Roman in the match. Roman is defending against, let's say, Kevin Owens. Because why not? Kevin Owens is great. Once again, I reckon. Actually, no. Oh, even better. Sorry, Finn at 3.
No, I reckon Finn's Iron Man, dude.
No. Well, he can still be Iron Man.
Does it come out as out as Demon?
He can still be Iron Man. No, he comes out as regular Balor.
All right.
He comes out at number 3.
So you know he's not winning.
Comes out at number 3. Numbers 1 and 2. A certain Dean Ambrose and a certain Seth Rollins at 1 and 2. Finn comes out at 3. These 3 guys are going to be in your last 4.
That seems to be the motif now with Royal Rumble, isn't it?
It does.
You'll always get
have
the
one
first
guy.
3, and at least one of those guys will be in the final 6.
Yeah.
Like, there's always that's
If
when you
not
find your
more of
Iron
them.
Man early.
Yeah. Anyway, but
That's
those
what I said, at least.
those 3 are the but you want the Shield story to play out a little bit more. So you have Seth and Dean come out 1 and 2. Then Finn comes out at number 3. And he's friendly with him. He teamed with him at Survivor Series and he won the match for him. And all 3 of them are doing the respect thing. They all shake hands and then fight as you usually would. And then Seth eliminates Dean indiscriminately when he didn't have to. There was maybe where at the point where the ring's a bit full and you have your pick of people.
So in this storyline, you've got Dean out early.
No. I'm saying like this is like way into the match.
Oh, okay.
way into the match, but like you have other people for Seth to go after, but he sees his moment, he picks it, and he gets rid of Dean pretty indiscriminately. And then come down to the last 4. It's Seth and Finn, and Seth Rollins eliminates Finn to win the match. Seth Rollins wins the Rumble.
Okay.
Seth Rollins is going to WrestleMania. Fastlane happens. Seth v Finn in a singles match. Why not? Eliminated him last in the Rumble. Finn wants a bit of revenge. Cool.
Yeah.
Comes out as normal Balor.
Winner of the Rumble on the line. Standard gimmick.
Yeah. We'll have that on the line.
Yeah.
Getting towards the end of the match. Pretty good match, as it would be with these 2 guys. But a bit of history, going back to SummerSlam. Dean comes out. No contest. Next night on Raw. Triple threat match. Winner goes to WrestleMania. Because at this point, Kurt Angle's back, and he's sick of their bullshit. Dean has not turned heel, per se.
Dean's just getting his receipt, dude.
He's getting his receipt. He's pissed off, but he's not turned heel. On Raw, Roman's at ringside, chilling out.
Yeah.
Just doing his thing.
Assuming he's still champion at this point.
Yeah, he's still champ.
I got Brock going over at Crown Jewel.
No. I've
got Brock going over at Crown Jewel anyway, so I don't care. I got Brock sitting at ringside.
I've got Roman going into next WrestleMania with the belt still, which I think is probably a fair assumption. It's the old SummerSlam through WrestleMania deal. So triple threat match. Kurt Angle's sick of these guys just continually interrupting each other's fights. He wants to get a clear winner. So he's like, Seth, you put your shot up because you're Seth Rollins because you're awesome. And Dean and Finn, we need to work out who's going to, who of the 3 of you is going to fight at WrestleMania. Good match. Damn good match. All the good things happen. It's fun. Winner at the end of the night. Finn Balor pulls it out.
Finsky!
Finn does it. Finn pulls it out of his ass. Only to be attacked by a finally heel Dean Ambrose. But Dean doesn't turn on the Shield. Turns on Finn. But it's a really...
But does that then...
It's a really...
Shield heel?
No. It's a really heelish beatdown. And it gets to the point where Seth and Roman have to pull Dean off Finn. Dean doesn't attack them.
Okay. All right. No, I'm vibing this.
But he's not happy with Finn. So that's...
And then what? It leads up to we're going to kick you out of the Shield because you're not a good... you're just a cunt.
I guess to the point where Roman's like, okay, we got to settle this. This has to be over. We got to do something.
Shield versus Finn.
Well, kind of. Roman goes to Angle and says, look, all 4 of us have some sort of history. We've all fought each other. We've all battled. Fatal 4-way. WrestleMania.
That just feels wrong, bro.
Shield,
no, man. Look, I want it. It just feels wrong, bro.
And Finn walks out of WrestleMania with the title. It's the classic Triple H Benoit, Shawn Michaels, they're too busy fighting amongst each other.
Oh.
So these two, but like, think about.
I want it.
Think
I
about
want
the
it.
match.
Trust me, I want it.
Think about the match that all four of these guys could put on together, especially on the bright lights of WrestleMania. Finn finally gets his
You
title
got Finn
back.
coming in as Demon.
Yes, of course.
It's Mania. He's got to do it. He's going all stops now to win this.
This is the go home. This is the go home. Finn, because Seth is the only one that would have faced the Demon at this point. So Seth is like, look, guys, I know we have to fight. I know Dean's being a bit of a fucking wanker right now, but you guys haven't faced the Demon. And then, so all three of them are like doing the promo in the ring or whatever, and he's talking about, you never face the Demon. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what he changes into when he's the Demon. And then you just hear the dunk dunk.
Dude, it gets me, man. I fucking
dunk dunk. Finn, Finn doesn't come out. You just get
But
that.
Seth is dipped. Like, he knows.
Like
Seth is dipped
Seth
at this
is like,
point.
Seth at this point is like, what the fuck is going on? The other two boys are sort of standing a bit stoic in the ring. They're not too sure what the fuck is like actually happening. But then you just get fucking Finn on the Tron. Not in demon gear. But he's like, if that is the reaction that just my music can give one of your members, imagine what happens when I come out as the demon. As full demon. Obviously better worded than that, but as full demon.
Who does he pin?
I think Dean, and that's the feud you go with forward. Him and Dean.
So what, Roman just falls to the wayside, no title?
No, Roman will 100% get his back. You know he will, because he's fucking Roman Reigns. But I think something fresh, something new, and I think within the course of the match, at this point, like the Shield are still like together, but they're not like coming out to the Shield music, and that's like they're it's like later days DX, like you're talking about 2009, where they would still come out to their own tunes. They'd dress up as DX though sometimes, but like I think like people are expecting the Shield to break up at some point. I think it could be just like a soft breakup, like where these guys can go off and do their own thing.
Unless Seth turns heel, I don't want the Shield to break up.
Well, no, and that's what I'm saying. Like Dean can just turn into the lunatic. He doesn't necessarily have to be a heel. He can just be a dickhead.
Yeah,
like he can just be an asshole, but he can still be friends with. Like everyone has that friend that's an asshole. I'm pretty sure I'm it for a lot of my friendship groups, but I'm still friends with them. So Dean can just be a prick, but
they're his brothers.
But they're his brothers. So it doesn't
the point.
Matter.
No,
but I think the Dean Finn feud coming out of WrestleMania, something fresh, gets Roman out of the main event picture. You can bring him back around come fucking like Money in the Bank or SummerSlam again if you're really set on him being the fucking world champion for the next decade. You can do that. But Finn getting his title back, yes. Dean, I think, had a criminally underbooked run as WWE Championship.
I think it was underrated. I thought it was really good.
I thought it was good too, but I think he can do more. And I think the fact that...
But I think the company knows it too.
Yeah.
The company damn well knows it.
Yeah.
I think we've seen the best of what we can get with Seth with the world title. It's not to say Seth won't win it again. But
he will.
He will.
100% will.
He will win it again, but we've seen the ceiling of what he can do with it in
But
200-something days, right?
But I think in that scenario, you get everything you need because Roman gets protected. He doesn't eat the pin. And he can have his rematch like the next night on Raw, the next pay-per-view.
I'd actually have him pin Seth. That way, Seth gets out of the picture. Dean never got pinned, so he has more justification to go forward. Yeah, especially with the feud.
But I just feel like him eating that pin to Finn is going to.
But the natural problem
fuel him going forward.
with a fatal four-way in this kind of caliber,
yeah,
is that if you want to go with a one-on-one feud afterwards, it's really stiff to the other two guys, especially in a fatal four-way scenario.
It is stiff to the other two guys, but you can set up an angle the next night on Raw where like Finn and because
it makes sense.
Seth and Roman come out, saying like neither of us got pinned. Where is our rematch?
Yeah,
and then,
Roman gets his. Like that's they don't. I know they don't exist in that world, but Roman gets his.
No. You're not listening. You're not listening properly. Just wait. Seth and Roman come out, pissed off they're not getting their rematch. Well, they want their rematch. They're pissed off they lost. And then Undisputed Era debut on main roster. Come out and fucking lay him flat.
You're a fucking mark, dude.
And I don't give a shit because
You're a fucking mark,
you would pop fucking hard for that if Undisputed Era came out and the first fucking people they went after was Roman and Seth. And it was like, we're going straight for the top. We're going straight for the fucking top.
You're living in this world, dude, where you're pretending like the last 4 tag teams that were called up have had these brilliant starting points.
None
to their
of them
careers.
were Adam Cole, baby. None of them were Kyle O'Reilly. None of them were Roddy Strong, and none of them were Bobby Fish. Those 4 guys are special when they're together, and you fucking know it, and they're fucking
But
awesome.
now you're putting them in a world existing where the biggest faction of WWE, the Shield, kind of really isn't a faction anymore at that point.
Yeah,
So
but
you'd want to have.
Okay, how
you'd
many
wanna
times
have
we had like
faction
weird,
warfare.
like different, like okay, Finn and fucking not Finn, Seth and Dean had the tag titles not a year ago. Fucking when they first broke up, Dean and Roman kept calling each other brother and would do the fucking shaka bra all the fucking time. There've been different combinations of these guys, but everyone knows them. It's still the fucking Shield. And like I said, they're not broken up. They're just not wearing the fucking shirts all the time.
Okay, no, I'm agreeing with it.
And you
I
can
agree
have
with
that. You can have that match down the line where it's like Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole versus the Shield, or like any combination of Undisputed Era versus Shield. I think that's a match that everyone wants to see happen. I think it will happen eventually.
Yeah, so you got for like maybe a good solid couple of months. Doesn't matter who it is, but it's going to be Shield versus Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's Roman. Doesn't matter if it's Seth.
But I'm
maybe
saying,
if
like,
Dean
I
comes
think
in every now
you
and
can
then.
still work in. Yeah, you can still work in the Dean v Finn for a couple of months.
Do you ever
work-
think
you
they
work
will
it till-
add another member to the Shield?
No, I don't think so.
See, the Undisputed Era is a bit was good. That
It was
they did
still fresh.
It was
enough,
still
and
fresh.
It was cool that they did a heel turn in the middle of a tag match. Like you don't get that often, where a guy will change sides midway through a match.
Yeah.
It's fucking sweet, and you can do that in NXT because NXT can take risks.
Yeah.
They have the ability.
But
to
you're
take
saying like
risks.
now we're living in a world where the Shield is just
Well, this is
always going.
We've
to
already
be.
had one multi-year run with the Shield as they were. They broke up. They kind of got back together. Then Dean got injured. Then
I mean, but look,
they really got back together
with enough time, things can happen because DX obviously started with Shawn, Triple H.
Yeah, but that
China.
didn't last that long.
But you'll always know them as that.
I know,
But then they weren't afraid to go, all right, fuck it, X-Pac,
yeah,
Billy Gunn.
But that was because Shawn went away. Unless one of these guys goes away, I don't see
the better question here is not whether or not they will add people.
Because
It's who the fuck
essentially,
would they
essentially
add?
what they
It's who the fuck they would add. That's the thing.
Drew.
To Shield? It's such a weird culture, the Shield, though. Because obviously DX is a bit cheekier. It's a bit gimmickier than something like the Shield.
And
where it's like-
Undisputed Era is more DX than it is Shield.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's a little bit more gimmickier. They're more fun, right? So it's easy to add people to fun gimmicks, right? Because they'd just be like, Xbox, just come out and do the chops, bro.
I do not
Right?
I do not know how you could add someone to the Shield.
You wouldn't be able to add
I just
anyone to
don't
the
see it-
Shield.
I don't see it happening. But that's fine. You can have 3 of them. The 3 of them are more powerful than.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they don't
Most
need to ever
people.
add anyone.
No, they shouldn't.
And they should exist in a world
Fuck
where
no.
everyone else can add things, but it'll always be like, no matter what, we're the Shield, we're the 3 of us, doesn't matter, we'll fucking kill you. At the same time, they'll never add anyone else to the New Day.
No,
They'll never add anyone else to the New Day.
Would you?
Yep.
Stupid.
No,
Stupid
but that's
idea.
not a faction, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we're living in this faction warfare, like, this is where New Japan is a bit different because factions exist as their own corporate bodies,
Yeah.
right?
But I mean,
people come in and out all the time.
These guys operate as like
Whereas,
tag teams mostly. Like when you say factions, it's like well,
no, but if we're
the-
going
okay,
under
the
the
only-
ideology of
the-
faction that
the
New
only
Japan has,
real faction I see in WWE right now is Undisputed Era.
yeah, and to a lesser degree, but not completely far gone, is the Shield and this Dogs of War.
Because they have
Right.
they have singles belts and they're singles competitors. But like New Day, they're a tag team.
they're a tag team, but they're faction by definition. They're 3 people.
Yeah, I know, but still they're a tag team.
Yeah.
The only gold they go after is tag team, whereas like Undisputed
True,
Era,
none of them have a singles. Yeah.
Undisputed Era like go after individual titles and the tag team titles at the same time.
Yeah.
They just want to hold all the gold, and I can't wait for the day when they do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the WWE hasn't adopted fully the ideology that New Japan has with their factions, where it's like in and out. Guys can come in and out. There's power struggles within there, right? But it doesn't matter if people break up within that faction. The faction itself still lives.
Yeah,
there will always be people coming in, and always be people coming out. So if Seth or Dean were to turn on each other, that would be the end of the Shield.
Oh yeah,
right. There wouldn't be 2 other people that come into the
it's
Shield.
like
'Cause the
fucking
Shield doesn't exist that way.
What's his Switchblade turned on fucking Okada, but Chaos still exists.
The chaos still exists, yeah?
Yeah.
So if Adam Cole were to turn on Roderick Strong, Undisputed Era would we don't know, but they would kind of break up, wouldn't they? That's where factions in WWE still need to progress too.
Yeah.
Is that they don't exist as their own bodies yet. Where
I
it's
think
like,
WWE is the faction in
Yeah,
into
in a
itself.
weird way, you got Raw and SmackDown. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You got Raw and SmackDown.
I mean, I would love like just full on faction warfare where you had like guys who they just happen to belong to factions, but it's not like the be all end all of their existence, which is what they do in New Japan. It's like these guys, like they do the multi-man tags at shows when you need to fill a card, and it's like 5 members of Chaos versus 5 members of LIJ, or 5 members of fucking Suzuki Goon versus 5 members of Bullet Club, which is fine, but. That's the way they do it, and I enjoy Japan doing it that way because it always means like, you know, who's got the allegiance with who, and then you get to something like G1 or Best of Super Juniors when you got 2 guys from the same thing coming up against each other, or like even like Will Ospreay, part of Chaos for ages, calling out Okada within his own faction, saying, "I know we are stablemates, but I want to fight you. I'm gonna fight you," and it was fucking awesome. So I think that's like one of the biggest differences between Japan and WWE is just like their willingness to go, okay, we got these guys who are part of these factions. Doesn't have to be like the entirety of their identity, but it's going to be part of who they are. So, anyway, I think we fixed Finn Balor. I think you fixed it
better than I did, but yours is well more fantasy than mine.
But that's like,
I was just trying to be fair in a real world scenario. I respect yours, and shoot, I fucking want it. I love it, but it's so fantasy.
But that's the point, man. It's when you get the chance to be like, okay, let's find a scenario within wrestling and go, what can we make it better about it? Just go all out, like fulfill all like the things you want to see happen in a WWE or wrestling ring, and just be like, all right, how can I make this happen? What are the steps I need to take? Are they logical? Oh, wait, it's WWE. It doesn't need to be fucking logical because they don't follow their own internal logic half the time. So just do whatever you want. And that's what I love about fantasy booking is just like going, okay, fuck it. What's the dumbest, craziest, most awesome thing that would get the biggest pop that I can think of? And that's usually the way I go with fantasy booking.
Fair enough.
And it usually works out all right. Anyway, I think we're done. Cashcast is over. Cashcast is done. It's sad.
We need more structure.
Man, I love the Couchcast.
No, we need more structure. It's too fucking chill, bro.
There's no such thing as too fucking chill when it comes to Couchcast. Because it's the whole point.
What'd you get? Fucking starving now.
Wait, meatball or Italian BMT? Come on. Okay, good. All right. Anyway, so you can follow us everywhere at Australian Mania Pod, StrayManiaPod, Twitter, Instagram, and Australian Mania Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, Facebook and YouTube. And you can follow me everywhere at Ricki Needs at RICKINEEDS, Twitter, Instagram, and the YouTubes. And David.
Underscore Yankon.
Underscore Yankum. That is
We need to find a more efficient way of doing this. I reckon we just make it a soundbite.
Yeah, look, I'll work on that.
We'll work on the producing on the other end of it.
Yeah, that's more work for Ricki, but Ricky's tired. And
we're done.
This week we're not done yet. We're almost done. This week is Super Showdown. We will have plenty of content coming up. So we'll have predictions up on Friday morning Australian time. We will have hopefully a reaction video right after Super Showdown. We'll be filming outside of the MCG, I believe, if we can find someone with good lighting. So prediction video, reaction video, and then obviously the podcast next week. We'll be wrapping up everything from Super Showdown. Keep it locked to the Instagram. We'll be posting heaps and heaps of photos. Twitter, we'll be tweeting a bunch of stuff about the event as well, and YouTube for all video content coming up. And also, hopefully next week, if you can all have a day, do keep it locked to the podcast feed. I think a few of you have worked it out based on the Instagram post I put up the other day, but I have got my hands on a copy of WWE Global Warming. And I'm just going to put your mic up to you. Just repeat that, please.
Good moment.
Thank you. We will be doing a watch-along commentary with Global Warming. None of us have seen it. So we'll be doing that. It'll be on the podcast feed, hopefully next week at the latest, right after Super Showdown. But yeah, that's a logistical thing. We're working on it, but that is something to look forward to. So if you do have a copy, or you can get a copy, or you've seen it before and you just remember it really, really well, we'll be watching it for the first time together and talking shit over the top. So that'll be pretty good. And we may be doing more things of that ilk in the future, but I think that's it for this week. Enjoy Super Showdown wherever you're watching it. I think it's like 1 o'clock in the morning in America. So 5 in the morning.
5 a.m. is when it starts.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, which coast?
Fuck if I know. I don't know American times. I just know on Raw yesterday they said, 5 a.m.
I reckon that'd be East Coast, then West Coast is a little bit earlier.
All right.
Anyway, enjoy Super Showdown. Enjoy the rest of the week. And we'll see you guys next week when we are done with Super Showdown. And, yeah. Any final words?
Nah.
Okay, good.
See you, boys.
Bye.